Hello. Yes, good afternoon, everybody. I hope you can hear my voice and at the same time see my screen. So today's webinar, we're just going to deal with how to set up your MT4. We're going to look at a lot of things inside the MT5. We're going to look at a lot of things concerning the MT5, where to find everything. MT5. Hello. Sorry, I said something while I was on mute. I'm really sorry about that. I'm really sorry about that. What I was saying was this: that if you go to file and then you go to new chart, whatever you see here, these are just lists of instruments that are already there in the market watch. This is the market watch. So to see the market watch here, you just go to view, then this is the market watch. You can just there's a shortcut for it where you have Control M. This is you can use the shortcuts to display it, or you can just go here and then go to click here, then you click it. So that's it. That is simply how to get your symbols. So I was saying, assuming you've shown all charts the way I've done, and for some reasons you only wish to trade just the main pairs, you can go here, set, and then click measure, and then you delete this. You can hide this. You cannot hide this because I already have trades opened on them. But if you are trading just the main pairs, you can right click, then you go here, save, and then you save it as main pairs. Now anytime you forget about everything you had here but you want to refer back, set, and then you go to main pairs. It is now saved somewhere here. You can also remove any set you want. You can see the list of all the indices. And let's try to hide all. Go back, and then those are there already. So this is just how you can add instruments here. That's how a good way to manipulate what you see inside the market watch. But if you want to add any pair on the main chart, you just need to drag it and drop it, drag it and drop it, and you can still drag it and drop it, drag and drop until you find the one that you want. So that's one way. The other way is you can come here, new chart, and then you click Euro USD, file, new chart, and then you click Euro USD. So when that happens, the chart should be loaded on the main screen. I just have several charts open, but usually it should be there in that list. Should be in your list of it should be in your list of opened charts. You can click, just a second, we can click this, that's overlapping, so that we see all of them. You can see there are very many. This is the euros that we've just opened now. You can see it here. So that is basically how you manage your charts. You load charts on the main charts from the market watch, or you can go to file, new chart, and then you load it from here. Now that is just one thing. The other thing which is most important is to know how to place an order on a given chart. So you have to know how to add an order, like how to add a position on a given chart. To add a position, there are two ways. You can click this icon here. Hello? You can click this icon, this one, and then you can write the lot size here. You can say the trade a lot size of 0.1 or 0.03 or whichever lot size you want to trade. Then you click either buy, that button, or you click the other one for a sell. So the reason these trades appear to be there's a very small line in between these two, even though we've bought them almost at the same time, is because of spread. So the spreads for FreshForex is very low. That's one thing you need to take in place. This is a classic account, so the spreads are very low, and it's really easy to make profit when the profits are low like this than when the profits are escalated, than when the spreads are high. So the disadvantage of trading whenever you click a buy, whenever you click a sell, the trade does not automatically have a stop loss. There's no way you can place a stop loss. You have to manually, like for example, just a second. So for example, when you have a buy, you can drag the stop loss. You'll see, like there, you'll see it is TP, then the profit is 1.83, the number of points is 61. So 61 is equivalent to 6 pips. 61 is equivalent to 6 pips. That's what this means. Now I think that makes some sense. That should make a good sense. That should make a very good sense. That is exactly how you enter trades. To view these trades, how they are performing, the take profit, how much they have floating loss or floating profit, you just need to go to view, and then you go to toolbox. This is what the toolbox is. So you can see here, you can see this is the trade we just entered. It has a take profit, it does not have a stop loss, and it has a floating profit of minus 0.12. So since this is a classic account, they don't charge spreads, they charge commission. And to see where the commission is, how much you're being charged for this trade, just right click and then go to this. It's not displayed on MT5, so I think this is a drawback to the MT5. But usually on MT4, whenever you click a trade that's currently running, if you check the columns, it has an option where you can choose whether to see if you want to see the commission that you've been charged for that given account, for that given trade. Unfortunately on MT5 it's not there, so that's not a problem. That should not be an issue at all. That should not be a problem. Just know that the commission is always very, very, very small. It's in minus 0 point something for lots that are less than 1. So that's really, really reasonable. That's very, very, very reasonable. That is how you enter trades on instant entries. You have that, and what this is limiting, the limits it has that you cannot add stop loss, you can also not add take profit by just clicking here. That's the only challenge. And it is strictly instant basis, which means you cannot have a pending order based on these two. You cannot have a pending buy stop, pending sell stop, or pending sell. You cannot have them whenever you're executing trades here. If you enter, it's instant and it's in the market automatically. So there is a shortcut. There is a shortcut towards entering buy stops and sell stops and sell limits and buy limits. And the shortcut lies when you right click this. For example, when the price is here and you right clicked above, the platform automatically senses that either there you can have a sell limit or a buy stop. That's why you have them here. You can have a sell limit or buy stop. Sell limit or buy stop. So when you click buy stop, it places a buy stop above. So you can see that. You can see there's a buy stop, and it has also been updated here that we now have a buy stop here. You can also place a pending sell limit. So there's the difference between buy stop and sell stop, even though they're in the same direction above price. Buy stop means that the price will likely continue in that direction for us to make profit. Sell stop means the price will reverse from that level for us to make profit. And below where the current price is, if you right click it and then you go to trading, you can see we have buy stop and sell. So when you sell stop, you can see it appears there, and then when you buy stop, it also appears. So as I mentioned, the difference between buy stop and sell stop in this case is that the sell stop means that when the price triggers this sell stop, the price is likely going to continue downwards for us to make profit. And the buy stop means when this buy stop is triggered, we're likely to see price reverse upwards. That's why that's the only difference that exists with buy stop and sell stop. And so this is buy limit and sell limit, and this is buy stop and sell stop. So buy stop means you're going to continue upward for us to make profit. Sell stop means you're going to reverse from this level to make profit. Buy limit here means you're going to reverse from this level to upwards to make profit, and the sell stop means we're going to continue in that direction to make profit. So I hope that makes sense. Now somebody will ask me, where is this lot size coming from? Because there is nowhere, it didn't give us anywhere to specify the stop loss or the take of the lot size. It is specified here, so you can change this, you can make this one. Now when you click here and you place either buy stop or sell stop, it has a lot size of 1. I hope that is reasonable enough. I hope that is reasonable enough. That should make a lot of sense. So simply put, this is how we enter buy stops and sell stop, and how we control the lot sizes. The only drawback, the only bad news about entering trades like this on MT5 is that you cannot add stop loss, you cannot add take, but you can specify the lot size. So either way, when you want to enter trades on instant basis, but you want to drag the stop loss maybe later, you can come here, specify the lot size, and come and trigger buy or trigger sell. And if you want to enter buy stop, sell stop, depending on where you want to place the stop, the trade at, you can right click and then go to trade, then add it, either buy stop, sell stop, or take profit, or an alert. Now this is a very good feature. People just don't know. The feature where I have my mouse at, an alert, is very good. Let me explain to you what it means. Whatever you specify here, what it means is this, that when the price gets to this level, sound an alert. That's the good news. So if you click it, you'll see this line here. This is the line. So we'll move it, and anytime the price touches this line, there's an alert. So you don't have to get somebody, you don't have to go online to trying to look for softwares for sounding alerts when the price hits a given level. You can basically just add alerts by clicking and then dragging them to where you want them to be. You can do that. You can just drag them anywhere you want. When the price gets to that level, the platform will sound an alert for you. So you don't have to worry so much about missing some trades because the price has not got to, or the price got to your level but didn't trade it. You can just add an alert. It's very easy and simple on MT5. This is one feature which is very useful. So the other thing that somebody may ask me that, now that we already have the trade as pending, there is no stop loss, there is no take profit, how can we modify or add a take profit stop loss to this one? It is simple. Just double click it and then this box will show up. So you can say the price. This is the price where the trade was placed at. You can just copy it. Then stop loss, since it's a buy stop, stop loss should be below, and take profit, sorry, stop loss should be below. That means this should be 0 and that should be 8. Then take profit should be above, so this is 1. Now when you modify it, it's queuing. You can see that now we have the stop loss, and at the same time we have the take profit. You can do the same for any of those sets. You can just add the stop loss by double clicking. You double click, then you add the price. You can change the price from here. You can add this, and then you can also add this. You can also add an expiry. So expiry is when you expect that if this trade is not triggered up to this date, just close that position, delete that order, and then continue. You can as well delete the order itself. So there are very many things which you can achieve with this. You can as well go ahead, look for another instrument, and just add a pending order to it. Buy stop, sell stop, whichever you choose. You can go here, add any of those orders, the volume, price, stop loss, expiry, and this is one feature which is very important, where you have the comments. So in programming, comments are basically like simple statements which describe what the order is all about. Like you may say test, and now we enter live. We'll not place a pending, and then we give it test, and we give it a volume of 0.43 like that, and then we sell it. Okay, sorry, this way bigger volume. Still account cannot accommodate that at the moment, so we sell it, and you can see that the position has been opened with our test statement. So this can be very, very useful. This is not available by default on MT4. You can add comments to trades entered in a given sell. Like if you're trading support and resistance, you can be adding the comment support and resistance. If you're trading breakout, you can add breakout as comment, so that you know performance of given strategies on MT4. This is one very, very good feature. It makes it very, very reasonable, especially if you're a new trader. It becomes very, very useful for you to have the EA do exactly that. Does that make sense? Yeah, so it's very, very useful. It's very, very useful for you if you can learn how to add comment. To add a new trade, you go here and then do everything, then you write it test 33, and the position is executed. You can now see, you can go ahead and give it another comment, say this is breakout. So what breakout means is that this trade was entered based on a breakout strategy. So you can put together all the trades that have been entered by a given strategy without confusing yourself that how was I entering these trades. You can just give them different comments on MT5. It's very, very useful. You must learn how to use it. So I hope that makes a lot of sense. That should make a lot of sense as at now. The other thing is to add an indicator like the one I have on my screen here on MT5. There are two ways. There's just one way as it is now. You go to insert, then you go to indicators, then these are the list of indicators that are available. Indicators that point the trend are these ones, oscillators are these ones, volume are this one, Bill Williams are this one, then other custom indicators, the ones that you yourself have built, are these ones. So this is where you can get all the other indicators that you have. This is one way to add indicators. It's the shortest way. Go to insert, indicators, then select your indicator, the one you want to add on the screen. So for example, assuming I want to add the MACD, these are the settings. It is added automatically. The other way I can do the same thing is you go to insert, view, then you go to navigator here, and then you can choose any indicator that you want. These are the here. You can see it's now added. So simply put, that's how we add our indicator. That's how you add indicators on MT5. You can navigate time frames. That's good news. The other thing which is there on MT5, which is not there on MT4, is that on MT5 you can choose time frames that are not there on MT4. Like you can choose time in minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. 2 minutes means every candle is now 2 minutes. You can see how good this is. Just look at how nicely the chart looks. You can make very good decisions by just scaling down, having time frames that are not there by default on MT4. So this will help you make a lot of good decisions on how to trade. It's really, really, really useful. So thank you very much. I hope we've had something from what I just mentioned. There may be other things which I have not indicated here, but all those are covered in a webinar which I did previously. You can still just go back and try to get it. It's there. If you check our previous webinars, you'll find another one which talks about something which I have not indicated here. So another thing is, for those developers, people who know how to program but they wish to program, you can just click IDE. This one, this is where you program everything. That is how you build indicators, where you build ES. This is where you do all the work at the background. So I hope that makes sense. And the last thing is that, as I mentioned in the morning, we are having good news. There is good news for us, and the good news is that if you are somebody who likes trading cryptocurrencies, if you like trading cryptocurrencies, if you are trading cryptocurrencies, then we have good news for you. You can now trade all these instruments, 90% of these instruments, without being charged the rollover fees. So the rollover fees is just swap, that is holding trades overnight. The cost for holding trades overnight is known as the swap. So if you're trading these instruments with us, then we won't be charging you the rollover fees from 5th of June to 20th of June. So there is no rollover fees. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? That is the good news. If you're trading with us, just ensure that you try trading cryptocurrencies. If you have a good trade, just execute it. Let the trade run as far as on 20th of this month. We won't be charging you any rollover fees. So thank you very much. That should be the end of today's analysis. We'll meet again tomorrow at the same time. Thank you and see you. We'll meet again on Wednesday at the same time. Thank you and see you.